So, how many people are aware of what's going on with our kids? How many people are aware of the absolute unimaginable evil that is going on with our kids? How many people are aware of why it's happening? How many people are aware that Monsters Inc. is a documentary? How many people are aware that vampires are real and this is where they get vampires that we see in our movies? How many people are aware that it's going on beneath the Vatican, beneath our museums, beneath celebrities' homes, beneath government buildings, and of course, above ground, right under our noses? How many people are aware that it's all the people that we trust, all the people in our government, all the people that we put up on pedestals, our celebrities, music artists? How many people are aware that this is the actual currency of the world? Because our world is ran by Satan. The Bible says that Satan is the prince of this world. He is not in hell. I think a lot of people picture that Satan's like in hell waiting for us. He is here on this earth and he runs this world, and that is why Christians are not a part of this world. We should stick out like a sore thumb. We should be going in the opposite direction, because what happens on this earth is evil beyond understanding. And this is one of the topics that you will probably, if they're not aware that this is going on, you will probably get labeled as a crazy person. I have friends and family members that call me a crazy person because of this exact reason. They can't wrap their brain around this actually happening, this level of evil actually happening on a daily basis. So they just refuse to believe it. But unfortunately, it is very real, and it is happening on a daily basis all around us. And it is a reminder of the spiritual battle that we are in. This is a spiritual world that we live in. This is good versus evil. This is God versus Satan. And just like we worship God, we worship Yahweh, we worship the creator of the universe, they worship Satan. They worship the enemy. And in order to worship Satan, they do unimaginable, atrociously evil things. And we need to be talking about it. This is something that we need to be talking about. We need to be talking about the hard things. We need to be talking about the uncomfortable things, because if they have to go through it, we should know about it. If the poor little things have to endure that amount of pain and suffering, and they have to go through this, then who are we to ignore it and pretend it's not happening? And because we are getting closer and closer to the return of Jesus, Satan is now normalizing this topic. They are starting to normalize this and make it commonplace in society. There are transfusion centers that you can now go to in certain states. It's very expensive, but you can actually get transfusions from young blood. And people are going and getting this done to fight aging. And instead of sitting down and actually thinking about where this blood is coming from, because we don't have young children going and donating blood on a regular basis. So where is this blood coming from? But they don't think about that. They think with vanity, and they think selfishly, and they just want to look younger. I don't know how many of you have seen this picture. A lot of people just glaze over this picture and don't think much of it. But the last time that I checked, wine doesn't stick to a glass like that. And unfortunately, most people will glaze over this picture and make an excuse for it. Oh, it's just a different kind of wine. This is really happening. People don't want to accept it. They can't accept it because it's on another level of evil that your brain can't wrap around. But we need to be bringing light to this topic. We need to be talking about this because, again, our children have targets on their back. And evil, this is the currency of our world, because Satan runs our world. He is the prince of this world. This is the true currency of our world. It's not our money that we're familiar with. It's this. And if you're not familiar with this, I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds far-fetched, but understand that we are talking about evil. We are talking about Satan. Satan has done a beautiful job at convincing the world that he does not exist, that he's just a conspiracy theory, but he's very real. This is a spiritual battle. This is only good versus evil. This is only God versus Satan. Everything in our world comes down to that. It goes back to the Bible. And so instead of sitting back and pretending that this doesn't exist and ignoring it, we need to be praying for them every single day, because this is happening. Every single day, they are being tortured and they are going through unimaginable suffering and unimaginable pain. And we need to be praying for them collectively on a daily basis for their protection, for their deliverance, for their healing. Prayer works. And they're trying to normalize this. They are trying to normalize this topic without people understanding where the source really comes from. And so if they're going to normalize it, we need to normalize praying about it.